Where'd he go? Oh, wow.
Hold on there, Guido. Slow down.
I think he's over here. There he is. Oh, whoa.
Ah! There you are, Guido. Are you all right?
By the grace of God, yes. But the corridor is blocked. And there is no other exit from here.
Don't worry. I'll think of something. Now, what do we have here?
Why don't you help Guido, as you're calling him, by warning him not to do this bloody stupid thing, which is going to end up with him being horrifically tortured to death. Oh well. Would that be messing with history, Doctor? Or watch? Watches were still quite rare in this period and owned only by the upper class. Early pocket watches were heavy and incredibly inaccurate, as they only had an hour hand, with no hand for the minutes. Okay, so I need to find a way to reach him, I think. Ah, a cannon. And a cannonball. Yep, that took a while. And some explosive material.
Several tons of gunpowder in the other room. I'm going to have to be very careful where I point this cannon.
Okay, point taken. Let's see whether we can spot where the gunpowder is. Nope. Let's just push this. Yep, I've got to use the gunpowder on it. Oh, do I got to put the ball in first? That's not going to be effective. Okay. Huh. Combine items, I think. Combine cannon and shot. No? Oh. Poop. What am I missing? Am I missing something obvious again? Use cannon. Cannon is not ready to fire. Oh, okay, I just had to be at the right end of the cannon. Oh. Surely it was obvious what I was trying to do. We'll put the cannonball in. And we'll put the cannonball in. Yes, isn't ready to fire, so let me put the cannonball in. That won't work. But that won't work and then it works? Oh. Oh, glitchy programming. Right. I probably shouldn't stand here when I turn it on, so I'll stand here instead. Just needs triggering. Okay, well let's go with the old standby. Ah, nice one, Doctor.
Nearly there. I'll be glad when we're far away from Parliament.
Ooh.
Run! Amy, this way!
Yep. Return to the TARDIS before the entire place falls down on our heads. I can't see anything. What?
Nearly there.
Oh, it's crashed.
I'll be glad when
and
we're far
reset.
away from Parliament.
Run!
Amy, this way!
This time if I could actually gain control. Okay, this is weird. It's not actually letting me move the mouse, but I think I need to press the keyboard to make her run.
Nearly there. I'll be glad when we're far away from Parliament. Run! Amy, this way!
Yep, yep. There we... Okay. Okay, we're doing a dramatic camera thing, are we? Ah. Okay. Well, I only died twice there. Oh, it's getting noisy. Alright, now I've got to sneak underneath stuff. It's a good job Rory has...
Faster!
Oh, perfect collapsing building instincts, isn't it? Oh, I think if I get held up by those pillars, I'm dead.
"41 kegs. 5 of them need to be moved next door into that room. And that's where you should light the fuse."
What is this? You seek to tell me my own business?
No, just make sure things are done properly. Look, trust me. We'll need 36 barrels of gunpowder in here. Oh, and you need to set the fuse now.
Now? King James doesn't arrive until the morrow.
Listen to me, Guido, Guy, whichever. I have information that the king has come to Parliament tonight for a secret meeting. You must set the fuse now.
Way to use someone who's about to die for your own ends, Doctor.
Doctor!
No time, no time! The Houses of Parliament are about to be blown into orbit.
Okay, they're what?
Huh.
Doctor, what did you just do?
Pretty neat, don't you think? The gunpowder explodes, the Rutan ship takes off. Meanwhile, Parliament is transported up here out of harm's way just for a millisecond, and no one's the wiser.
Is that the Rutans?
Yes, that'll be them.
It looks like they're coming this way.
Doctor, where is the doomsday weapon?
I have no
did he
idea.
steal it?
Have you lost it? You know, you really can't be too careful with doomsday weapons.
Where did you snag
Your
it?
friends have taken it, and now we're coming to take it back.
We don't know anything about any weapon, okay?
We didn't take anything.
Or we will destroy you all.
Oh dear. Now what? Why is everyone always trying to destroy us? It's almost as if the Doctor is constantly meddling in things and messing up the universe.
Get off me!
Well, what do we have here?
I'm a boy.
A boy.
Question is, what the hell are you?
He's a Mr.
flying
Potato Head.
goblin?
Field Major Kosh, the Avix patrol has come under Rutan attack.
So they have returned. Perhaps the weapon is still here. We may yet have a chance to turn the tables on the Rutan host. Question him.
About anything in particular, sir, or just random questions? You didn't notice the glowing green thing that he threw into the corner of the room?
It's got to be that orb thing that Charlie ran off with. That must be the Doomsday weapon.
Thing is, it looked familiar.
Familiar?
When I was at Black Rod's treasure room, there's an orb just like it set in the ceremonial mace.
Of course you did. The Rutans lost a second doomsday weapon when they crashed here. It's quite pretty for a weapon. Someone decided to incorporate it in the mace.
And we think we know who has the other one.
Charlie, yes, I heard.
You heard? You weren't even in the room.
Sound carries in the TARDIS. Have you never noticed that?
Oh,
I
dear.
hear everything.
You hear everything.
I sometimes wear earplugs. Now, catch.
God.
And this is...
It emits an electromagnetic pulse that will stun the Rutans. However, it'll need fixing before you go around pointing it at anything.
Of course.
And where are you off to
Nothing
now?
ever
We need
works
to find
straight
both
away.
doomsday weapons before either the Rutans or the Sontarans.
The Sontarans?
Of course, you don't think they'd be so worried about just any Rutan ship buried under Parliament, do you? They knew about the doomsday weapons. If they get their hands on one, they could adapt it to destroy the Rutans. Exactly as the Rutans were going to destroy them.
Maybe we should just leave them to it.
We can't. Never mind the immorality of genocide, we have to get Parliament back to Earth, and we can't do that with Sontarans and Rutans marching stroke floating about.
So we've got to find Charlie.
You find Charlie, I'm going to find Black Rod.
We should split up. We'll cover more ground faster.
Well, that's what the Doctor just said. Okay, Black Rod's chambers are across this hall. Rutons, I'm going to have to be careful here. It's a sneaking sequence, so start sneaking. Don't just walk in. Okay, there we go. Alright, so I'm probably safe here. I just need to watch their patrol patterns for a moment. Okay. Right, I think I'm okay to here. That one in the middle is looking that way. He's going that way. This is not easy. Could I make a run for it at this point? Nope, but I think I can safely hide in between here and here. Okay, there's a guy there on a circular patrol. He's now heading back. Right. I think this is it. Yep, I'm through. Oh. Looks like the orbit's a bit unsteady. Either that or it's the Sontarans attacking.
Sontara!
Well, second guess was right.
So much for transporting Parliament out of harm's way.
Yes.
The poor cleaners are really going to have their hands full when this one's finished.
Okay, I think I leave them to that, and I look for the black rod. Oh dear, which way do I go? Let's... Oh, black rod's chamber is on the ground floor. Okay, well, I'll always go left. Unless I run into a dead end. Who built this corridor? I mean, seriously, fire your architect. It's just there for no reason, not doing anything. Here's the door. Is this black rod? Okay, here's Amy. Oh dear, Amy, you might want to move. She was very calm about being shot at.
What idea was this? Go find Charlie. Let's split up. Why does it always end up with me getting shot at?
Okay, is he not pursuing? No. Okay, I think going back that way might not be a good idea. So let's try this way. Sontarans having a parade. No, that door's locked too. Ah. More Sontarans here. I better be careful. Okay. Okay, there's a guy patrolling there. He's coming up the stairs, so I better back off. Ooh, that was close. Let's try this way. Oh! Oh, great, now there's a route on. This is not a healthy place to be. Oh, and the Ruton is patrolling in here. Oh, and then back outside again. I just need to find out what this Ruton is doing before I can proceed. Oh, that was close. Okay, we're doing a figure 8. And we stop there for a while. Why do I get the feeling the moment I try and move that way, that's when the Ruton's gonna... I'm gonna make a run for it. Oh dear.
Where is the Rutan weapon?
I don't know what you're on about. I want to go home. My sister Annie, she's sick.
I know it's been a difficult day with aliens and Parliament floating in space and everything, but believe me, I've got a plan, and it's a good plan, and this is part of the plan. My very, very good plan, if you just put the sword down so the plan doesn't come to an abrupt and frankly messy end, and I'll explain everything.
Sir, I've had my mind lost to hairless devils, been attacked by giant orbs of flying light, and been blasted into the ether by plotters determined to kill my sovereign. The only thing of which I am sure is the yard of cold steel in my hand, and my determination to run it through your gizzard.
Oh
Well,
dear.
if you put it like that, I can, of course, sense the tension in the room. And tension is never good, not when a lot of it is humming down the blade of a sword. So, tell me, What can I do to turn this around and gain your trust?
Random fetch quests. That's usually the solution. Put down your sword. Your mace is not what it seems. The king is in danger. Sontarans. I'm going to use the word Sontarans because Rory used that name to him before, so maybe he'll realise that me and Rory are on the same side.
The Bald Devils you saw, they're Sontarans, and they want your mace too. But believe me, they're nothing like as reasonable as I am. They won't ask you, they'll take it, and they're coming armed to the teeth. And your sword just won't stop them.
I doubt that. These sultanas are no match for cold English steel.
Okay, let's try the your mace is not what it seems, or the king is in danger. Well, he knows the king is in danger, but let's go with this. Let's appeal to his sense of patriotism.
If you kill me, the king won't stand a chance.
The king? What do you know of the king?
He is in grave danger.
This I know. A letter was sent to Lord Salisbury, a warning of a Catholic plot. Yet this is only knowledge to Salisbury and his agents. Or the plotters themselves.
What do I go with? I know all about I know all about the plots. It doesn't really help, does it? I'll give it a go though. So I know all about the plot because I am an agent of the king. And then maybe show him the psychic paper, you know, the thing which would have ended this conversation by now.
Of course, the letter, the Monteagle letter. Of course you'll have seen it by now.
What trickery is this? How could you know of the letter?
William Parker, Baron Monteagle, he received an anonymous letter, didn't he? Warning him to stay away from Parliament, and, as a good Englishman, he showed it to Salisbury.
Your knowledge of events is indeed extensive. But still, these things fail to satisfy me on which side your allegiances lie.
Oh dear. Salisbury's a good friend? Yes. Yes, I'm sure I know enough information about Lord Salisbury to be able to convince him that we're friends.
I guarantee you, sir, Lord Salisbury will be really disappointed if you run me through.
Speak not of those of whom you know nothing, knave.
Lord Robert Cecil, 1st Earl of Salisbury, spymaster to King James, defender of England, and Bob to his friends, and Bob to me. Run me through, and you'll really get Bob annoyed.
Your silver tongue spins a fine tale, sir. But you will have to try harder than that to save your skin.
Oh dear, oh dear. I am Salisbury's agent. Yep, let's continue this line of reasoning, because I think I'm getting through to him.
I'm one of Salisbury's agents, codename the Doctor.
This may be the case, but how am I to know? You may be a double agent, sir.
No, really. Double agents, triple agents. I had enough of that in the 50s. It gets quite confusing after a while.
You know much of the current situation. Perhaps you speak the truth. Can you prove this?
I have my credentials right here.
Here we go.
Just let me show them to you.
Finally. Why did this... Why did we have to go through all that before we did this? You waved that behind his back, Doctor. And now he's just shoved his sword into his thigh.
I apologize. I truly do, sir. But I hope you understand my predicament.
Oh, see what happens if we waste all that time?
You really shouldn't have.
Okay, Rory's sneaking around now. Looks like I'm going to have to fix this EMP device before I go out there. Okay, let's have a look at it. Seems to be missing a trigger. Okay, let's have a look around this room and see what we can use for a trigger. A musket, that'll have a trigger. Old gun, the barrel is rusty, the stock is riddled with woodworm, all the parts seem to have seized. Huh. Looks like it hasn't fired for years. Can I get the trigger out? No. The Union flag. The Jacobean Union flag. When King James VI of Scotland became King James I of England, he decided that he needed a new flag to be the symbol of the two countries. The English flag, a red cross on a white background, and the Scottish flag, a diagonal white cross on a blue background, were combined. Designing the flag took several attempts. There were arguments about whose flag was to be on top. I wonder which way that argument ended. Ooh, my mouse keeps getting caught. Okay, what? Oh my oh god! There's the silence standing there. He's still standing there. For those who haven't seen these, who haven't seen the most recent series of Doctor Who, these are essentially the main bad guys for that series. And the thing with them is that you only remember seeing them when you're looking at them. So when I turned my back on him, I expected him to vanish. Yep, there he goes. Oh, is that? Have they been throughout this game? And that's only the first one I've noticed. Nice attention to... Nice tie-in there. Okay, I need something to act as a trigger. Horn books. Horn books were used by children who were learning to read and were common in the classroom. A sheet of paper with the alphabet or times table written on it was mounted onto a wooden board with a handle. The paper was protected by a thin layer of clear animal horn. The children learned by rote. Okay. Fair enough. It's not a trigger, though, to a weapon. Sugar loaf. Oh! Grease pot. There we go. Right. Sugar loaf. If you had black teeth at the time, it showed you were rich enough to eat sugar. Some people intentionally blackened their teeth as a fashion statement and to appear richer than they actually were. How times have changed. Okay, I can use the grease on the gun, and that should loosen the trigger up. Okay, it should loosen up the parts. And so, can I get the trigger now? Trigger mechanism has come free. Cool. So, I figured I'd already picked up the trigger. Okay, now I have a trigger, and now I can combine trigger mechanism with that. Okay, I've got a gun.
Well, it almost looks like a sort of gun.
That's what I was about to say.